This video is the culmination of over 50 years of my dad cooking
蛋炒飯
egg fried rice well over 100,000 times. You're about to learn the battle-tested techniques that only chefs know to make the best damn fried rice possible, right at home. We'll address why using leftover rice is a myth, and how to prevent mushy, clumpy rice with proper spatula techniques. Get ready because this video is packed with simple tips and techniques you can use to level up your cooking right away.
我而家咧先都買洗咗先啊！
We'll use fresh water to wash the rice.
買咧其實就唔會好邋遢嘅，不過你係心理上有一個洗一洗佢，比較放心啲，係嘛？畢竟啲米係經過一直嘅包裝啊、運輸啊咁送嚟嘅，咁你洗一洗啲米，你就會係安心啲。我習慣咧，通常就係咁洗差3次啦。米洗咗之後咧，就擺落去鑊度啊！ 我用電飯煲煮飯，啲米倒落去。14個安士嘅米咧，我而家就用14個安士水。
For fried rice, we'll use a 1-to-1 ratio of rice to water.
我嚟炒飯嘅話咧，你就少少唔炒咁多水噶啦。平時煮飯你都係多少少啦，14安士咁，你咪俾多15安士嘅水上去，多少少就足夠噶啦。而家開始擺落個電飯煲煮飯。
Now we'll put the inner pot into the rice cooker and start the cooking.
咁呢個就係呢個時間咧，就睇你有幾多買幾多水煮飯啦。咁通常你係15分鐘到就應該就煮熟飯㗎啦。呢個電飯煲嚟講就我哋而家咧就切下啲葱啦，葱咧就俾葱尾得㗎啦。個量一個安士多啲咧，啲葱咧就切葱粒得啦。
We'll dice only the green parts of the green onions.
葱白唔使俾葱白嘅，呢我留翻第二樣。再之後咧，嗰啲青豆粒同埋粟米。 我而家咧就加啲紅蘿蔔粒上去，係2個安士咁上下啦，切粒。
Now we'll dice the carrot. If you want to learn how to cut twice as fast and prevent injuries, we have a free 6-minute video lesson for you. Click the link in our description or scan the QR code to access it for free. We'll first cut into strips.
咁樣就話切粒得啦。當然，如果你係唔想俾呢啲，你咪唔俾都唔緊要嚇。我想俾落去就。 單純佢可以食飯咧，有啲第樣嘅味道喺度，你可以唔俾。
餐館平時會唔會俾啊？
餐館通常就用葱多過，呢個咧就比較少啲。但係我哋自己食嘅加多啲落去啊。雞蛋用4隻啊。
We'll crack 4 eggs into a bowl, then season it with salt.
我哋用半個茶匙俾鹽上去。 將嗰啲雞蛋炒熟之後有啲味，半個茶匙好啦，唔使太多，咁樣就 OK 噶啦，擺喺呢度啦。
We have all of these ingredients listed on our blog at madewithlao.com, along with step-by-step instructions and video clips to guide you as you make the recipe at home.
各位朋友，電飯煲由呢個掣已經跳咗上嚟啦，即係話煲飯已經煮熟咗。煮熟咗咧，我哋等佢再焗2分鐘。焗2分鐘嘅時候咧，我就可以掀開佢。 打鬆佢，等佢透一透嗰啲熱氣就可以炒得到㗎啦。在呢度之前咧，呢啲配料咧，嗰啲紅蘿蔔啊，都係仲生㗎。我呢度俾啲水落去。
We'll add just a bit of water, about 1/3 cup.
輕微咁浸過面啦，你放喺microwave 2分鐘，佢就會完全熟晒㗎啦。
Or what do you avoid adding to fried rice?
水分太多嘅菜擺落去就冇咁好咯。白菜啦，
紹菜，
紹菜啦，嗰啲係多水分嘅。冬瓜嗰啲都係多水分嘅，知嘛
？Full family affair.
We got babies on babies.
We got babies.
After microwaving for 2 minutes, we can take out the veggies.
咁樣咧，嗰啲紅蘿蔔啊、粟米啊、豆仔就已經熟晒啦。因為隻碗係熱嘅嗬。 你俾不塊布冚住揸住佢，咁樣倒出嚟。
We'll drain the water from the veggies.
好啦，咁咧炒啲飯咧唔會濕咯，係嘛？炒啲飯咁咪唔會濕，熟晒啦，係嘛？咁樣係咪咁樣咪方便好多咧？如果你買個煨，就俾個煨整熟佢得噶啦，就唔需要再俾個煲啲水煮佢。飯咧就而家都得啦，掀開個煲過去嗱。
Now we'll take out the inner pot and fluff the rice with chopsticks.
我有隻飯，佢出嚟呢度。 將啲飯打鬆佢先，啲飯係一粒粒嘅，而家好靚，唔係太軟，睇到啊，啲飯。
My dad uses Thai jasmine rice for almost everything, including fried rice, or tao fan in Cantonese, because he prefers the softer textures and aromas. But if you prefer harder textures, then you can consider using American long grain white rice, which has less flavor and slightly fewer nutrients. Or you can follow what some Chinese restaurants do and blend American long grain white rice with jasmine rice. This is also why my dad prefers to make fresh rice over using leftover rice, like many other people suggest, because fresh rice is more tender and already hot.
呢個咧每個人嘅口感唔同，有啲人咧就中意隔夜飯炒出嚟，佢係分得好散嘅，同埋佢係硬身啲嘅。但係有我本人中意咧，我就中意新鮮飯，好似我啲特別係我嗰啲泰國米咁炒出嚟嗰飯，佢軟香得嚟就軟，佢唔會係硬。
餐館會唔會用隔夜飯啊？
有用晚黑賣剩嗰啲飯，咪聽日我嚟炒咯。
佢平時用隔夜飯定係平時用？
新鮮飯大部分係橙鮮飯炒，佢賣剩嘅飯都唔係幾多嘅啫嘛，一般咪賣剩嗰啲飯炒晒咪算咗，咪用新鮮飯咯。
In general, try to stick to long grain rice, as it's not as soft or sticky as short or medium grain rice varieties. But the beauty of fried rice is that you can make it however you prefer, so we encourage you to try multiple kinds of rice to find your favorite. Of course, if you have limited options, go with what's available to you and focus instead on the techniques or other ingredients to make your fried rice as delicious as it can be.
我哋而家咧就打鬆啲飯，等佢去一去嗰啲時添先，再炒，咁炒上嚟咧就容易好多噶啦，就唔會再黐埋噶啦嚇。
We'll mix around the rice with our chopsticks, letting the steam come out. How do you prevent this rice from sticking together and being mushy?
煮啲飯嘅時候唔好太多水，煮到個飯軟，咁啊容易黐埋炒上嚟咪難炒啲咯。同埋一個時候你啲飯煮熟嘅時候，你要打鬆佢，等佢唞一唞氣先至炒，即係佢去咁啲水氣，佢去咁啲啫添，咁先至炒。
唔好即刻擺落去，
唔好即刻炒，加鬆啲飯俾佢散咁啲熱。先至炒，你係喺雪櫃攞出嚟啲飯係硬嘅，一嚿咁啊，凍飯攞出嚟，你必須要
你用手啊？
佢手大隻手咪你係邋遢隻手，邊手大隻手咪咁碾碎晒先至炒。
We'll fluff the rice for about 1 to 2 minutes.
你或者嚟試下啲飯，又唔會太軟，又唔會好硬。呢個咧14安士嘅買14安士嘅水，如果你係想佢再軟啲，就加多啲水上去。呢個炒飯咧我就中意硬啲。
If you are using leftover rice, in addition to massaging and fluffing the leftover rice, make sure to heat it up in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes to bring up the temperature before cooking. With the rice cooked and fluffed, we're ready to break out the wok.
開咗第大火，啲蛋咧就發佢。
First, we'll beat the eggs.
就唔需要發得好似蒸蛋咁發得咁緊要。太早發啲蛋，佢會化水。鑊就燒到而家，3溫慢火佢，俾2個湯匙油。呢啲油咧喺個鑊邊咁淋上去，蒸到成個鑊啲油。好啦，將啲蛋倒落去。
We'll add the eggs and stir gently, cooking them for just 20 to 30 seconds.
就係咁一反喺底下反中啲蛋好似滑蛋咁啦然之後咧將啲飯倒落嚟，反正慢慢反佢，反轉佢，一直咁反佢。啲蛋喺底下啦，我想啲滑蛋同啲飯粒咁黐埋一齊，係嘛
？At this point, we're focused on mixing the egg and rice well.
一定要鏟喺底下，貼住個鑊咁反一定要貼住個鑊，唔好半途咁炒半途咁炒咧，佢就會容易咧黐底啦。
We're using a scoop and flip technique with the spatula here. Make sure to vary which side you're mixing so it all fries evenly.
有嘅時候咧，我哋喺呢個鑊後邊咁樣撳碎佢，咁將放平嗰張呢張飯整散佢啊嘛。佢話如果你唔係嘅整散佢咪成嚿啲飯咯，一成粒粒分開係嘛？而家係慢火炒。
After cooking with the rice for about 2 minutes, we can add our next ingredient.
我哋而家俾嗰啲青紅豆落去我哋餐館叫做青紅豆，青紅豆即係佢已經一包有嚟嘅。開大火啲炒啦，而家開大火啲炒。
Now we'll stir fry on high and mix the vegetables with the rice. A wok versus a pan. Can you make fried rice in a pan, and which one is better?
鑊可以炒得個鑊氣好啲 ，pan 咧就係好淺嘅，炒個飯炒少啲就 OK。你想好似我炒咁多飯呢個 pan 就好難炒， 但係鑊我就唔同，個心啊嘛，我冚點都炒都得啦嘛。佢嘅 pan 係平底嘅，平底嘅話你就除非你識拋鑊，咁拋咧就 OK。你靠個鑊鏟咁鏟下就難炒啲啦。嗱，而家就開始爆啦，啲飯叭叭聲響啦。開頭就炒整散佢，而家就攞緊鑊去炒香嗰啲飯，叫做鑊氣啦。猛火而家。
After stir frying on high for 2 to 3 minutes with the veggies in, it's time to add some flavor.
好啦，我哋而家落味啦，閂慢火佢。我俾一湯匙個生抽，老抽咧咁樣嘅飯量，一個茶匙個老抽攞色嘅啫。鹽咧，我俾住半個茶匙先，如果唔夠就再加半個茶匙糖落去，將佢啲味中和下佢。嗱，雞粉嘅時候你中意就可以俾，亦都可以唔俾嚇，再係俾一個茶匙。而家通常個就加有雞粉之後咧，就通常咧味精比較少用啲。你可以一樣俾都冇問題啦。咁樣俾咧就最好就咁樣俾，最勻循嘅。咁而家咧開大火咯，開大火炒，啲味一齊同啲飯撈齊撈勻佢，你就可以同筷子咁一齊炒就得。
Using another utensil to mix the rice at the same time can be helpful, especially if your dominant hand gets tired.
拋鑊都 OK， 但係你拋鑊嘅時候咧要留意，呢隻鑊椅係熱㗎，鐵㗎嘛，你要咁樣炒，咁樣揸住佢嗱。
If you're able to, another fancy option is to toss the wok to mix all the rice at the same time.
唔一定要拋，唔係個個識拋鑊㗎嘛，拋咧就更加勻循啲飯嚇。
After another 2 to 3 minutes of stir frying, we can add a couple of final touches.
已經基本上就得㗎啦，加少少油，等佢咧更加滑。葱花俾埋落去，而家炒勻就得㗎啦。
We'll take another minute to mix everything together and we can turn the heat off.
嗱，你就試下真係夠唔夠味先啊！而家要熄火啦。
At this point, we can have a taste test.
嗰隻個茶匙生抽上去。
My dad adds another teaspoon of light soy sauce here to make it a bit saltier, but be sure to adjust according to your preference.
哇，係咪好靚啊？Yes。哇，而家咧就上碟，上碟咧好多就直情係咁樣喺個鑊擺上嚟嘅碟嘅啫。我而家咪得就係用隻碗裝好，再吸落隻碟嗰度。你想佢靚啲美壓，咁你咪加啲葱花喺個碗底嗰度，你再跟啲青紅蘿蔔擺喺個底嗰度吸落去，咁咪喺個面嗰度咯，係嘛？好啦，其餘咧就擺上嚟得㗎啦。
Now we'll put the rest of the rice into the bowl and compress it a bit with a spatula.
即係撳一撳佢，倒落個碟嗰度，佢就唔會散㗎啦。咁就係中間搞掂咁啊，嚇得嘛？
Finally, we'll lift the bowl and reveal a beautifully round-shaped dish of fried rice.
朋友們，今日簡單嘅蛋炒飯就炒好咗啦，希望大家中意。紅堆妹妹，我哋吃飯咯，炒飯咯。
Cheers！ 你喺中國，你喺台山，你會加咩碟啊？
鹹魚、鹹蝦。
細佬話：如果鹹魚炒飯、鹹蝦炒飯，好好食㗎。
I've had it.
YouTube thinks you'll like this recipe next. Let's see if they're right. A huge thank you to our wok stars and all of our chefs in the Kanto Cooking Club.